Hi, so this is the Oriol Martorell, where I am doing my practicum. It is a junior and senior high, or secondary and bachillerat as they call it here, and it specializes in music and dance. Students often start in their primary education building system, where upon grade 3, they are to select whether they want to specialize in dance or in playing an instrument. Then, when they get to grade 6, they need to audition for a spot in their middle school. And there they have to choose what they are auditioning for. It's not necessarily what they want to do. They can audition for classical dance or contemporary dance, and they can audition for a specific instrument. But if the one that they want is occupied, because there are a number of slots for each specialty, be it contemporary or classical dance, or for each specific kind of instrument. So if all the slots for their instrument are filled, they can choose to study a different instrument and maybe later transfer to their preferred one if a spot opens up, or just stick with it until the end. And transfers are not very common, but within dance, they are more likely to be transferred from, well, they are more likely to transfer from classical to contemporary, although the other does occasionally happen. The schedules are, well, in middle school, uh, dance and musical students are together in the same classes, and they separate in certain schedules so that they can study their specialties. The school is not that large, so they are pressed for space, which is why they have to separate, since there's only enough space for one group to be doing their specialty at a time. The classes are also organized as such so that academics and arts are more or less divided. There are days which are primarily academics, and there are days which are primarily their artistic specialty. They uh, do this so that it's easier to organize themselves, and also so they can do things like, for example, field trips. Field trips cannot be organized for days when they have to take an instrument to school. So for obvious reasons, since if they have to leave it at school, if anything happens, it's a costly event, and it's not something that they can carry around on their field trips. Obviously, this is different from when they have to perform elsewhere, but yes, their classrooms are actually different based on whether they are middle school or high school. Middle school students have smart boards, while high school students don't. They do have projectors, but they don't always work. So on some occasions, teachers will organize to switch rooms so that they can take advantage of those resources. The building is L-shaped, and along one end you'll find more of the instruments, and the other you will find the uh, dance rooms where students practice dance. The well, that's about it. Oh, yes, the school also offers some vocational training, such as street dance, and it is a well, yes, that is separate from what I'm studying. I did get to observe one of those groups. It was smaller and less. I don't know whether focused. It's I don't know whether it was a question of discipline, the group, or whatnot, but there seemed to be less rigor. It could be because the students who are studying middle school and high school have been doing so for longer and have definitely been dedicated to this for a while those who are in vocational training are less likely to have had formal training to the same degree for their specialties that they have chosen. Anyways, thanks for joining me, and we'll talk a bit more about the classrooms, the students, the teachers in a later video.